We realized that we needed to bring in people, really identify like what our strengths and weaknesses are, and then and figure out, okay, if we're going to take on this role and really focus on this, we need to bring someone in. And at first it seemed weird. We were hiring all these people, didn't know, what the financial impact would have. And now looking back, it's like we've hired all of the right people for the right seats, and just seeing like the explosive growth. Not only that we're seeing like in revenue now, but we're really like set up to scale to the next level. Josh Tabaj, I handle all marketing and advertising for Branded Bills. Yeah, I think, so we were just extremely unorganized. I think all of us as owners, we love to run. We love to just get things, run with it, and not really look back and see kind of where we were running. And so I think we all kind of came to the conclusion that we can only run so fast for so long before issues started to pop up. I think we weren't really hiring anyone, and so as we were growing, we were just taking on more and more and more, and it just got to the point where we weren't able to take on more without something suffering. And so we knew we just needed, we needed somebody to come in to tell us how to structure things, how to organize the business, and just we didn't really know where to start. I think the biggest thing was for us just profitability. We were growing, top line revenue was continuing to just scale at a crazy pace. But at the end of the day, we would sit down and we would say, okay, we had incredible sales. Where did all the money go? And when we got together and continued to talk about it, we didn't know where all the money went. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that was just the biggest one is why, if we're making more money on the top line, are we not seeing it on the bottom line? And that was, obviously a huge issue for us, as money drives the business, drives growth. Another one for us was being that there's four of us. We're all friends as owners, really holding each other accountable. And I think it was difficult, to sit down and to have the tough conversations. And I think we all shied away with those because it was like, okay, we would let the little things that were maybe not so little slide under the rug, or just we wouldn't really bring those to the forefront because it wasn't worth ruining the relationship as partners in order to get something done in the business. So we would just shy away from it and wouldn't talk about it. And I think just a lot more transparency into the numbers. We brought on, somebody for that finance seat, really showed us where we were making money, and on the other side where we were losing money. I think there was a lot of money that was just kind of slipping through the cracks that we didn't even know about. So that was huge. Our profitability, really, last year had a great revenue year, decent profitability. This year with COVID and all of the struggles, we're gonna have a similar revenue year, maybe a little bit better, but our profitability is probably gonna be 10x. So the people on the marketing team are very creative, and so they aren't naturally, I would say, organized, and don't want to be organized. They want to just be able to be real free with what they're creating. And so this has really allowed us to put some structure in place and to hold everyone accountable of like what we need to get done this week, this month, this quarter, without it being overwhelming and me assuming or expecting they're going to do something and then constantly seeing a similar result and it's not getting done. This allows everyone around the room to see what we were supposed to do or what they were supposed to do on a weekly basis, and hold each other accountable. Because it's not just me from kind of like the leadership level coming down and saying, hey, we asked you to do this, you didn't do it. It's, hey, here's what everyone on this collective team expects. And if someone's consistently not doing it, shows up real fast. So So that's been great just from a marketing standpoint. I think it's really just shifted our mindset on, we can now obviously take that profit and apply it to different areas of the company, but I think it's really shown us that if we take money and invest it in the right people, I think naturally we were very cheap, and we started out and the business started in a garage, so we didn't want to spend high money on big talent at first. And I think we just realized that if you hire the right people, they're going to create value for you, and that's going to drive even more profitability. So I think it's allowed us to have a little more cash, feel a little more secure to make those big hires, and then those big hires just exponentially grow it for us. Sure. So, at first I think we were skeptical. We had our first meeting with Cullen. It felt good, but we weren't really sure. As just kind of a core group, I think we have a mentality of like testing small, and if something's working, going all in on it. And so I think that's what we decided to do at first, was just, let's set up one meeting with them. Let's have them come out. It's it's a little expensive or whatever we thought at the time, but let's test small. And so we did, and I think we were just so blown away by all of the value that was created in that first meeting that we're like, okay, let's do this one more time, and then we did it one more time, and I almost feel like every time, actually at this point we don't even question it, but it was almost like let's do one more, and then it was like, wow, that was mind-blowing, and then we do one more, and then that was mind-blowing, and at this point it's just become like a part of our culture and the way the business operates. And it's crazy that in 8 months our business has completely transformed. I feel like we've been in this and operating this way for years.